Station WDWL TV, located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard, and my personal studios, if you ever want to visit, are on Grumpy Old Man Road. And we are live in Studio A production of Grumpy Vulture Productions. Take a bow. All right, look at the camera. I decided I'm going to keep the Sterling mic for a while. I'm really impressed with the audio that comes out of it. And you would not believe how low it's set compared to the golden microphone, which I hate to knock. But man, this Sterling is unbelievable. Oh, camera light. There we go. I don't know if it adds anything, but I just turned it on. So, I was given a very interesting pair of decals today. As soon as I saw them, I got a good laugh. And then I mounted them on magnetic backing because I'm going to stick them on one of my shit boxes. Check this out. The Vilco multi-directional blinker fluid, 60 watt. You know, they always make the joke, your turn signal isn't working. Did you check your blinker fluid? It says here, long-lasting, damn small print, long-lasting, blink for miles after miles. The Vilco blinker fluid. Yeah, he gave me two. I was really happy. I got them stuck together. I'm gonna stick them on my shit boxes. I think it's hilarious because that's been the joke. Oh my God! Ever since I started driving back, when they'd say, "Hey, your Tyrannosaurus Rex turn signals aren't working. Did you check his blinker fluid?" Now they got decals out for blinker fluid. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, a friend of mine said, "Hey, I was thinking of you." He ordered some stuff off of my favorite website, too. I don't know why I didn't see him. Temu.com. Temu.com. Yeah. I check Temu on a regular basis. I don't know how I never noticed them. Because I do sometimes just in the search bar put decals. Never saw the Vilco blinker fluid decals, but my buddy saw them and he thought of me and bought them. I think it's cool. I can't wait to stick them on one of the shit boxes. Yeah. And, after he gave me the blinker fluid decals, he said, "Hey, I've been watching your streams. How on earth could you forget one of the main cliches our parents always used and our grandparents?" I was like, "Well, can't remember them all. I've been fracturing my skull. My brain is expanding trying to, think of them." He goes, "Don't you remember if you would go up and your grandparents or, your two neighbors were sitting on the front porch with your mother or your father, and you'd come up and say, 'What's going on?' And you'd say, 'Oh, we're just shooting the breeze.'" I was like, oh my God, how could I forget that? Yeah, shooting the breeze. I'll never forget the first time, my grandmother said that. She was talking with a neighbor. I'm like, "What's going on, Grandma?" Me and Sarah are just shooting the breeze. I looked at Grandma. I looked at Sarah. And I knew better to say anything to Grandma, that was kind of off key. I didn't want to get beat with a stick. But I was thinking to myself, how are they shooting the breeze when neither one of them has a gun? And how do you shoot the breeze? It's not like a bird flies by and you take a shot at it. The breeze is constantly going. But yeah, they were shooting the breeze. Yeah, another one of them saying somebody came up with and it just stuck. And my generation didn't continue it. I don't think I've ever said, "Oh, I'm just shooting the breeze." But I heard it a lot. Speaking with my buddy after he gave me the Wilco blinker fluid decals, we agreed the reason the cliches are not being said today was our generation. We didn't pass them on. For some reason, we quit saying them. I don't ever remember me saying I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. But I heard, my grandfather and my father say it. I just, him and I were scratching our heads trying to figure out why we didn't continue them. The only one that I know I used was when, my son would open a window and leave it open or leave a door open and say, "Hey, were you born in a barn?" And then he'd give me that look like, "You're strange." And no, I wasn't born in a barn. Well, close the goddamn door. Shut the window. And then I stopped using it. So we can place the blame on the baby boomer generation, even though we heard all these cliches over and over and over. Our generation is at fault for not continuing them, and I don't know why. Maybe because we all figured they were really stupid. Yeah. The 10-foot pole. Yeah. I don't know. But the baby boomer generation dropped the ball. And I was thinking to try to resurrect them. But I think it'd be a lost cause. But there were some cool ones, Shit in your hat and pull it down over your ears, The one with, that ain't worth shit in a handbasket. Well, I don't know if my grandparents had a handbasket, so I wouldn't know what a handbasket looked like. But yeah, that ain't worth shit in a handbasket. The only one, and now, I didn't even use the clean underwear one with my kid. I guess we weren't going to be embarrassed if he had dirty underwear, but no, the only one I used was the Born in the Barn one. I never talked about the 10-foot pole. No handbasket, no shitting in your hat. Although, I have to admit, I do use one of my grandfather's cliches quite a bit. Because I'm still a gentleman at heart, even though I'm a crab-ass old son of a bitch. I open doors for ladies. And when they thank me, I say, well, and I always credit my grandfather. I say, my grandfather always said the rose before the thorn. And some women get it. And then some, they look at you like, are you speaking English? And then I have to explain it, You're the rose. Beautiful flower petals, I'm the thorn, the grumpy ass old man. Oh, then they're like, oh, I get it. One woman said, wait a minute, I want to write that down. So I had to tell her, the rose before the thorn. It isn't that many words. I wasn't, reciting the preamble to the Constitution. But, yeah, she goes, hang on. Let me write that down. She dug through her purse. She found an envelope. I'll write it on the back of this envelope. I don't care where you write it. It's real simple. Rose before the thorn. Got it. Thank you. And thanks for holding the door. Hey, no problem. I was going in anyway. You were coming out. So, the door had to be open. But that's the only one I has video and audio. I could be wearing the glasses, turn them on, walk up there. Oh, I wouldn't touch that waffle maker with a 10-foot pole. And I hit the button real quick. Catch their reaction, then shut it back off, See, the nice thing about these, I got two pair. One has a goddamn flashing red light. It's a dead giveaway. But the other pair, it just has this little dot in the center. And a little push button over here, but the push button looks like it's part of the sidearm for the glasses. So I can walk up, click. I wouldn't touch that waffle maker with a 10-foot pole. Get their reaction, shut it off real quick. Save on the SD card. I think the younger generation would be like, what the fuck is that old man saying? He must have dementia. And I think the reactions would be cool. I'd have to get some of that software where you blur the faces. Then I could show it. Do a whole stream. Reactions to Grumpy's cliches. I'd have to do a lot of editing, though. I don't know how you do that blurring. I don't want to stand around and have people sign releases. I allow Grumpy to show my face, Although nowadays, everybody with their cell phones filming everything, they don't get releases. But I think I'd be safer blurring them out. Okay, here we go. My LD, my Louis Ducat cigarette, being lit with my solid glass Parliament lighter. Oh. I could really set a neat table, Put the martini set up. Have my big blue glass ashtray on one side, the lighter on the other. I wish I had the picnic basket. I put that at the side of the table. Yeah, good old Parliament cigarettes and their neat giveaways. Then the government stepped in and went, oh, you can't be doing that shit. Hey, wait a minute. I added another platform. Oh, that sucks. It's not up here. And I can't add it while I'm filming. Yeah, I added another platform, I'm on YouTube and Faceplant, and I added a new one. I thought it would carry over to all of my ad channel. I can't add it while I'm filming. Damn it, I should have looked earlier. I just assumed since it's on one prism, on one computer, it should Yeah, that's strange because when I added Faceplant on the computer over in Studio B, it come right over on Studio A. Maybe for some reason, maybe when I joined that platform, I didn't do something right. I'll have to try it again. I know I was having a problem where, it said, accept this, and I hit OK, and it come back. We have a problem, try again. I hit OK. We have a problem, try again. Hit OK. I thought maybe it went through. Guess it didn't. I was hoping to be on 3 platforms because the one that I added could possibly get me some more subscribers. Because I've been stuck at 49 now for a couple of months. I was hoping to at least get 50. But see, I don't like putting them signs up like everybody, subscribe, like, share. No, that sounds pushy. But I was hoping maybe somebody would get the hint and go, gee, I think I'll subscribe to that crab ass. But no, I've been stuck at 49 for quite a while. Although I had gone from 49 to 47 and then back up to 49. I don't know if those 2 people decided to come back or I got 2 new ones, but I've been at 49 forever. I'd like to get to 50. It amazes me seeing some of these YouTube channels. I look at the subscriber list and it goes 105,000. I'm like, holy fuck, 105,000 people subscribe to that channel and I can't get past 49? My luck. Just like my luck with my damn RAV4. Oh, am I pissed off? Gotta relight the Louis Ducat. Oh, now the lighter. Oh, my fancy studio fan is on. Yeah. The front offices have air conditioning. They give me a fan. They said, that's it. I said, yeah, but it gets hot in the studio. Put the fan on high. I said, yeah, but when I shut the door, I'm closed in. Put the fan on high. Yeah, but even on high with the door closed and no windows, I'm not getting any airflow. I'll put the fan on high anyway. Okay. So back to the old RAV4. Yeah. See, a month ago, the gas line rotted away, and I don't know if it's just a rot hole or if it broke. And it's buried up in the front of the engine. I can't find the damn thing. So today I decided, well, since I got all the parts, finally, I thought, I'll see if I can find that leak again. Turn the key on, nothing. Turn it off, turn it back on, nothing. I'm not hearing the fuel pump run. In order to find the leak, you gotta have the fuel pump. I was like, oh, God. And see, the gas tank goes from side to side. And then there's a hump for the drive shaft. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta drop the drive shaft and the exhaust system to drop the, because they put the goddamn stupid fuel pumps inside the tanks now, these assholes. So luckily, I found a YouTube video that showed you don't have to drop the tank. Oh. there's an access panel under the back seat. Actually, there's two. Talk about a stupid. I got to research this goofy ass fuel system, because on every car you've got a pressure line, and then you got a return line for the gas that doesn't get used for the fuel rejectors. Well, the return line has got a separate access panel. Now, the gas goes into the tank, and then the fuel pump sucks the gas out of the tank, pumps it up. Whatever gas don't get used comes back in the tank. Toyota also has a cross-feed line that goes from the return over to the pump. But it don't go directly to the pump. It goes back into the tank. Why do you have to have two returns? It makes no sense. All I know is, thank God, I checked before I started all this shit of dropping the gas tank. Because it makes it a lot easier. You take out six screws, disconnect the fuel line, disconnect the electric, pull it right up. There you go. Fuel pump. Makes it a lot easier. I was really, really heartbroken when I had my Explorer. The fuel pump went out. Yeah, these electric fuel pumps suck. Well, on the Explorer, you had to drop the gas tank. Wouldn't have been a problem, except with the Explorer being an off-road vehicle, the gas tank had this big, huge metal cage around it to protect it. Well, of course, the heads on all the bolts were rusted, so I ended up junking it. Pissed me off. Was a nice, it would have been a beautiful film car for WDWL TV mobile. But I needed a torch in order to get that cage off. And one thing you don't mix is a torch and a gas tank. Grumpy ain't that stupid. So, I figure, evidently, when the fuel line broke, the fuel pump quit. Because I'm not hearing it. It should be running. Should be pumping, should be pumping gasoline so I can see where the damn hole is. Nope. So, I call my local Toyota dealership. I says, hey, I got a 97 RAV4. And I heard the guy laugh. Then after he stopped laughing, he says, yeah, well, can I help you? I said, yeah, I want a price on a fuel pump. Oh, I heard him yell to his buddy, hey, Sid, you won't believe it. I got a guy that wants a price on a fuel pump for a 27-year-old RAV4. And then I heard a lot of laughter in the background. So he got back on and he says, well, that'll be $169.99. I said, I don't want to make a down payment on a new car. I just want a fuel pump. Don't you have just the pump? No. It comes as the whole assembly with the sending unit. I don't need all that shit. I just need a little fuel pump. That's all it is. Like a frozen orange juice can. It's about the size of it. I says, I'll call the auto parts store. I call the auto parts store. First one, $69.99. I said, for that little tiny pump? Yeah. Okay, I'll let you know. I call another one, $62.99. I'm like, I'll let you know. I call a third one, $59.62. I'll let you know. So I went on my reliable eBay. So I remember I saved the website of the place where I've been buying the spark plugs. That's another story. 4 spark plugs at the auto parts store. $70. 4 NGKs. 4. $70. This outfit, a Toyota parts distributor, $12.99. Free shipping. Oh, I've been buying there ever since. So I called them. I say, hey, I need a fuel pump for a 97 RAV4. He says, I got one. I said, how much? $16.99 and free shipping. I said, $16.99? Is this brand new? Well, yes. Where's it made? Japan. Oh, good. I don't like the made in China ones. I said, how come so cheap? Now, cliche time. Grumpy's looking a gift horse in the mouth here. He said, sir, you've got a 27-year-old vehicle. I don't get a lot of calls for parts for 27-year-old vehicles. I need the room for new stock. So I'm clearing them out. I'm selling them under my cost to get rid of them. I said, really? He says, yeah. Under your cost? Yeah. I just want to get rid of them. I need the space. I'll take one. He says, you sure you don't want 2? I said, no, I only have one RAV4, thank you. I couldn't believe it. A little pump. He's going to ship it in the morning. When I get it, I'll show it to you. I've changed it before. You don't need the sending unit and all that other shit. You just need the pump. I changed them. Oh, my Ford Rangers, geez, they went through fuel pumps like China eating rice. Pull the fuel pump assembly out, take the little pump out of the assembly, put a new pump in, plug it in, hook the hose up, drop it in, pull it down, done. The only problem is, every time you mess with a fuel pump, you screw up the sending unit. I remember the last time, on my Nissan, when you fill the tank, it goes way above full. So you gotta remember, when it gets down to a quarter of a tank, you're on empty, buddy. No, I've never run out of gas. But boy, there's been times I hit that quarter of a tank and I'm like, uh-oh, holy shit, I better get gas. Because when it goes to full, it goes another whole notch above it. It's off the top of the gauge. And when it starts coming down like half a tank is actually a quarter. Sometimes I don't think that way. I just look, I go, oh, I got half a tank of gas. and I'm driving, and it hits a quarter tank, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm at a quarter tank. I'm on empty. Uh-oh, pull in and get gas. Fill it up. I'm bad with getting gas. I know. I need to carry a gas can just in case. Because, boy, I've hit that quarter of a tank a lot of times. And been lucky. I didn't run out. But if you're not thinking that way, you look at it and go, oh, I got a quarter of a tank. No problem. You're on empty, asshole. Get gas. See, what I should do is take the plexiglass off of the speedometer housing and then take it right in there, empty instead of a quarter of a tank, and then put it back together. But that's a lot of work. I just have to remember, when I'm at a quarter tank, I'm at empty. I don't know. But that's why I hate messing with fuel pumps. Because right now, the gas gauge in the RAV is perfect. So what I gotta do, I gotta mark how much gas is in the tank right now. Then carefully take it apart, switch out the fuel pump, put it back together, and pray when I turn the key on, it goes back to where it was. Because I hate screwed up fuel gauges. Yeah. I think they plan it that way so that you have to buy the new one. I'm not paying $170 for a $400 car. No. $16.95 works for me. And brand new, made in Japan, not China. Matter of fact, the guy said, these are the same pumps that come from the factory. Okay, I'll take one. Sure you don't want to? No thanks. I'm not planning on doing this job more than once. He said, okay, I'll ship it in the morning. Thank you. Yeah? Oh, do I get deals on eBay? See, you have to search. You can't just take the auto parts store's prices. No. Like the spark plugs. Same plugs. NGK. I pay 12. They want 70. Same plugs. Not like they're gold plated or anything. No. I try to buy all my auto parts off of eBay. Now I know you're going to say, well, then why do you call the auto parts store and why do you call the dealer? I want to get an idea of how bad they're going to stick it to me. So that way when I go on eBay, I say, oh, Grumpy got a bargain. And I did. Oh. I just have to be careful when I take it out so I don't screw up the sending unit. Those things are so damn delicate, they're a pain in the ass. But we'll see. So I guess what I'll do it ass backwards. I'll do the brakes first. I was going to do the brakes after I did the fuel line repair, but I'll do the brakes first. I'm just putting pads on. Rotors are fine. Then I should have the fuel pump Monday or Tuesday. By then I'll have the back seat taken out. Sure lucked out there. Oh. Removing the back seat, 4 bolts. That's it. 4 bolts. Seat pops out. Six screws holding the access for the fuel pump. and then very gently take the fuel pump assembly out. And then very gently set it on my work table and gently remove the fuel pump and gently put the new pump back in so you don't bump the damn sending unit. Going to be a lot of gentle work for a crab ass that really didn't want to do that job to begin with. But I'll keep you posted. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but I forget. See, I gotta write a script. I keep saying that. Oh, write a script, Grumpy. And I forget the script, and then I forget what I want to talk about. I'll remember and tell you tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to research why my third platform isn't working. It should go across the board. Like I say, when I put faceplant on that computer, it came up over here. My new platform should have come up. Oh well. I've been crabby enough. I'll talk to you tomorrow.